two reporters, Quinn Redbird and Kelby Everett, and our advertising agent, Brooke Saunders. The Vietnam War. The Tet Offensive started on January 31st, 1968. 70,000 North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces launched the Tet Offensive. They attacked over 100 cities and towns in southern Vietnam. General Vo Nguyen Giap planned the offensive strike, attempting to stop the rebellion of the South Vietnamese. North Vietnam succeeded in a great victory in the Tet Offensive with the help of U.S. forces. Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. On August 7, 1964, the U.S. approved the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. It was the beginning of the Vietnam War. They authorized the U.S. military to intervene to keep peace in Southeast Asia. Ho Chi Minh. He was the leader of the Viet Cong. He tried to get rid of the U.S. and kill the Vietnamese government to take control of Vietnam. He said, however long the U.S. forces are in Vietnam, we will not quit. The U.S. public reaction to the Vietnam War was not very good. The Vietnam War started in the 1940s, but the U.S. entered in 1954. More than 3 million people died in this war, including about 58,000 Americans. 1964 was the highest point to the U.S. involvement, with over 500,000 U.S. soldiers in Vietnam. The feelings of bitterness were very high for U.S. citizens before and after Nixon ordered our troops back in 1973. Now over to our co-anchor, Hunter Johnson.
The Korean War, firing on MacArthur. President Truman spoke in 1951 saying he fired MacArthur. Earlier in the war, MacArthur sent a letter provoking Truman. The 30th parallel was the division of Korea following World War II. The communists backed North Korea and the anti-communist Republic of the South Korea. Communism versus democracy. North Korea was communist and South Korea was democracy. North Korea supported USSR and South Korea supported America. DMZ, a strip of land running across the Korean peninsula that serves as a buffer zone between North and South Korea, which runs along the 30th parallel north. Now on to a commercial by Brooke Sanders.
Have you fallen and scraped your knee? Have you hurt yourself and are bleeding? Well, do I have a product for you? Band-Aids, Band-Aids, Band-Aids. They'll fix you up. We have vendors Band-Aids, animal Band-Aids, colorful Band-Aids, and for you weens, plain Band-Aids.
Ow.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Now over to our first reporter, Quinn Redbird.
The Soviet Union had put missile sites on the island of Cuba in striking range of the United States. Fidel Castro and Nikita Khrushchev have become allies. President Kennedy had addressed the press about the missile sites that were built in Cuba. Kennedy had put a blockade around Cuba to stop the Soviet ships from getting to Cuba to possibly put nuclear missiles on the island. On October 28th, Nikita Khrushchev announced on public radio that he would remove the missile sites in Cuba if only the United States agrees not to invade Cuba, and also if the United States agrees to remove the